Hey, what's cracking YouTube? It's your boy Kites, back with my lovely wife. It's just Alex.
What's up, people?
Going again. Another Pop the Balloon catch up. This time with Jangelow and Ciara.
Who?
Jangelow. Jangelow.
Okay.
I don't know, bro. Why can't y'all get some... Man, hold on. All right, we're going to jump right in.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's your host Arlette and we are here today with Jangelow and Ciara.
Yes.
Hey.
Hey y'all, welcome.
Jangelow.
How we doing?
You call him the Django? Hello? Django? You call him Django? Oh, stop. My face gonna turn red. Jangelow.
Doing amazing. Blessed.
Okay.
Bless, yes.
Good. So we had you all featured on episode.
I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get it together, but I can't. Because he was so confident, like, Jangelow. Oh. Okay, for real.
Get off me, bro.
I'm not on you, bro.
Get off
Let
me,
you
bro.
breathe. Let you
Let me breathe, bro. I'm just...
The Django.
Shut up.
Jangelow.
Bro, come on. Lock
Pop
in.
the balloon or find love. So is it a yes for you to him?
Yes.
And is it a yes for you for her?
Yes.
We got a match! All right, I'm going to have you go ahead and have you guys go on off. I'll take this mic.
Thank you.
They make some noise for them!
I just noticed how
as
big
you've
his
seen, the
shoes
video
were.
has been gaining quite
That
a
is insane.
Go on off.
Look how big them boots are.
He got red Timbs on?
I'll take this mic.
Look.
Thank you.
They make
Dang.
Size 17.
some noise for them!
Bro, come on.
I didn't even do that.
Come on.
And as we've seen, the video has been gaining quite a lot of traction. Got the people talking, TikTok, Instagram, just all that good stuff. So since the episode has came out, like, how has the social media attention or been for you all? Let's go ahead and start with you, Ciara.
Within like the first week and a half, it was a little wild.
Okay.
Because people were judging me for having preferences on skinny jeans. And then I chose a guy that was wearing skinny jeans. But there's exceptions to it. So,
Make your exceptions clear. A lot of at the end of the day, people have a right to call you out. If I sit here and say I don't like people that wear Timbs in my environment, I can't stand Timberlands, and you see me walk out the store with a pair of Timbs on, you have a right to say, hey, wait a minute, gangster, didn't you just say? You have a right to do that. But if I come at you and say there's exceptions to the rule, then it's gonna be like, oh, so it's convenient for you to like this and dislike this. But at the end of the day, you still...
Nah. I don't like people in Timbs, but I like seeing myself in Timbs. I'm just playing.
This video is...
I'm sorry, y'all.
This video, man.
it was a little wild, but nothing too crazy. Don't take anything too personally.
Okay.
It was a little annoying though.
I just peeped. This is a 34-minute video. That means there was some controversy.
Maybe. I mean, the biggest controversy that I seen is that they was calling that girl hair ramen noodles. And I was just like,
oh yeah, but then they got mad at homeboy who was cracking the jokes, and I think his jokes was funny. He was keeping it respectful. Ramen noodle jokes, come on, bro.
But I feel like people say stuff because they're nervous and they're trying to break the ice and stuff like that. And yeah, people take stuff too personal. I don't think he was trying to insult her.
He wasn't being malicious with it.
Yeah,
he was just cracking a joke.
I will say that.
And this was like on, they're coming to your Instagram with
Mainly
this?
Instagram, yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see. All right. And now, Jangelo, what about for yourself?
For me, it's been about the Goku anime stuff like that, and about the nose ring. Thing about them saying I didn't choose the other girl because she had the same nose ring, and they had this little type of I don't know, on YouTube, something talking about me being like Clay or something on Love Is Blind or some stuff like that, being like him. Or
that is a stretch. Y'all wrong for that. Y'all are wrong for. He don't watch Love Is Blind, but I watch Love Is Blind. That man is not Clay.
I need to see.
No, you don't need to see nothing, because it's a long rabbit hole. It's a long it's a long rabbit hole with Clay.
Y'all saying this man looked like Clay?
No, they're saying the way that he acted was like Clay from Love Is Blind.
It sound like Clay got motion.
No, Clay ain't got no motion.
He got too much motion.
He ain't got no motion. They made it all the way down to the aisle just for him to say he didn't want to marry her when he knew he didn't want to marry her.
Oh, Clay's a fraud.
Yes.
Okay.
Compare us or something like that. I'm like, I don't understand what's going on right now.
What's wrong with y'all?
But I mean, I got a little more shout outs as far as the music and stuff like that too. But it has been, challenging.
Okay. Okay. In what way? Like, why is it challenging?
I'm not used to people commenting back on my life. You get what I mean? I'm not used to that. So it feels foreign, you know, because I didn't do it for that.
New territory.
You get what I mean? Right. Yeah. And I'm like, wait, I wasn't thinking that way, but actually get to know me, know who I am. You know?
Right.
So,
yeah. You feel vulnerable, exposed. You feel like because people today are so invasive and so intrusive when it comes to like their opinions about people, because it's so easy to look and judge somebody based off of a 30-minute video, a 1-hour clip. Like even psychiatrists and stuff like that say like, I can't diagnose somebody that I have not met. Right. I can't diagnose you. Like it's easy to sit here. Like sometimes we do it like, oh, this person is a narcissist, but it's easy to say that when you're watching a clip and they're showing narcissist tendencies, right. But we don't know them enough to classify them as a full-blown narcissist.
And that's why I make sure now I'm starting to put a disclaimer in every video. Mm-hmm. I don't know why it's so hard for people to understand that we're just reacting. We actually do not have any type of like deep investments with what we're seeing. So like once this video ends, we don't talk about the video no more. And so some of you guys, like even with the Dr. Elam thing, how we have 2 videos and I was doing that outrageous like reaction. Like at the end of the day, it was entertainment and I was having fun. Yeah. Realistically, I don't got no beef with Dr. Elam at all. And I can't be mad at somebody who's a dentist. I got no beef with the man. I just call him Dr. Evil because it's funny. Yeah. It's funny. Plus, a lot of the ways he talks and the way he operates, at one point when I was like 19, 18, 17, I was using that exact same mindset to make people do what I want and have fun with it. So if anything, I can see a lot of how I used to converse with people and manipulate people. I can see it through Dr. Elam. That's why it's so funny to me. It's funny to me because I'm out of that stage of my life where I was doing that. And unfortunately, Dr. Elam is in his 40s with that mindset versus I was 16, 17, 18 with that mindset. And I'm only, so it's funny. But other than that, I got no beef with Dr. Elam. I'm sure he's a great person. At the end of the day, it's just a show,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. You got to separate the show from the actual people.
Okay, and you did bring up a good point. Now would be a good time, like, for you guys to kind of let us know a little bit about yourself.
Myself, I do warehouse, and as you know, I'm
warehouse dudes is up.
I do music, I sing, I write, produce, I make beats. Okay. I sell beats on online as well. Nice. If anybody want to find me on BeatStar, go to jangelowbeats.com.
Shameless plug.
We're gonna get a button for that.
Yep, so. Shameless plug.
Okay.
You'll find that. My music on Spotify, iTunes as well. I've been just kind of being more to myself, trying to focus more on healing in different areas, as far as, I had a family issues about, losing a loved one, about 6-7 months ago. But other than that, I just been kind of taking it day by day, doing that. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Sorry for everybody who has lost a loved one in the past little couple months to a year, or if you lost somebody that was so important to you that, it still affects you. At the end of the day, keep your head up. God got a plan for you. At the end of the day, don't be sad that they're gone. Be happy at the moments that you have with them. So.
Too much. I did, before I came here, I had like a video shoot, a little video shoot. But other than that, that's what I got going on for me.
Okay.
Too much,
All right. Now, what about you, Ciara?
Well, life has been lifing.
Oh.
But we getting through it. I was still the same, like kind of healing through some
She has
things.
a crazy bone
taking a look in the
structure.
mirror as always, just doing the inner work.
She got the Jada Pinkett
never
jaw,
stops.
the cheekbones, very chiseled.
Working, and making sure that I make time for my passions, as well, so I don't lose sight of what really matters to me.
Okay. All right. So kind of to go ahead and get into some of the comments that were written on the video, there were a lot of like the same type of comments that kept coming up. So just to start off with Ciara, so some people were wondering, like, why did you hesitate or take so long to say what you do?
Oh, because I was nervous. That's it.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
fair.
nervous. I didn't even know that was the name. But yeah, I was just a little nervous. I was just like, okay, wait, this is my first time speaking. So my mind kind of blanked.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think because a lot of people were like, somebody had commented, you guys need to do background checks. These girls are lying about their jobs.
Oh, yeah, no, that's...
No, you'd be surprised. A lot of people are very blunt and open about what they do. Like, if you do OF, they're gonna say, I do OF. Or they're gonna say, I make creative content. What kind of content do you make?
I'm a content creator.
There's a lot of things that can
I make content.
Contain content.
I make spicy content.
Oh.
I'm so tired. Content creator has been ripped apart and broken down so far. You can have a video of you getting sandwiched on a couch, and now all of a sudden you're a content creator. Just
you took it too far.
I'm just saying what it is. I got beef with the OnlyFans people because I'm tired of y'all saying that y'all content creators, and then when somebody calls y'all an adult film star, you guys get offended like OnlyFans is some type of standard above regular adult film. But y'all doing the same thing that they're doing. If anything, they have a higher level of production than y'all do because they have a cameraman, a script writer, a director. But we're supposed to look down on people that do adult films.
One is free and the other one comes with subscriptions. That's the only difference.
It's so stupid, bro.
That's not the case. I was just nervous.
Okay. Got it. And then another thing you brought up a little bit earlier, they had said you popped your balloon for one guy because of his skinny jeans, but then Jangelow came out here and had skinny jeans on as well.
What is skinny jeans?
So, you said what?
What is skinny jeans do? I don't understand what skinny jeans is because I've seen skinny jeans to where it is wrapped completely around your ankle and you can't move. You can't even. There's nothing. I got space in my. You can see the creases in my jeans.
Like straight boot cut.
What is skinny jeans?
They're just a little bit tighter at the bottom.
They're tight. I would say you're wearing skinny jeans, but yours are acceptable. There's levels to it.
I would say fitted. I would say fitted.
Right, we can say skinny jeans.
Skinny jeans when my legs is, I ain't got no room. I can shake. I can move. I didn't understand that. And that's what kind of got me. Okay. I'm sorry. Go on. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Defend yourself.
Fight back, Jangelow. Fight back. Fight back.
Yeah, you can fight back.
Fight for them jeans.
Jangelow.
I'm in the year 2005 and they ain't got no Japos. They ain't got no Japos or nothing. And if you haven't seen Back to 2005 on Tubi, that movie is funny, bro. That movie's funny.
Like I said, there's levels to it. There's definitely levels to the skinny.
Yeah.
And as I've explained this like on my social media because people just kept entering my DMs, interrogating me like I committed murder.
That is
it's not that serious.
Right.
There's exceptions to the preferences. Right. First guy with skinny jeans wasn't it. That's it. Second guy with the skinny jeans, his wasn't as skinny. And I liked his energy.
Okay.
I gave him an exception.
All right.
That's really it. That's it. It's that simple.
Okay.
Just like he made the exception for my septum ring, I made an exception for the skinny ring.
It's called say it one more time.
Septum.
Septum
Yes.
ring.
Yeah,
Okay.
and to kind of elaborate on that, why did you give her an exception on that?
She was pretty. She was very pretty as well, and her energy, aligned with that too. The other one, like I feel like certain stuff that people have, like what they get is I don't really think it's
it don't go for
them,
everybody.
For their face. Like me, I know I ain't getting no more tattoos. I don't like the way tattoos look on me.
Okay,
like stuff like that. But I feel like her. The lady before, I don't know her name. The lady before,
right? That's fine.
For her face, it just seemed like it didn't fit it. To me, that's just me. That's just like it didn't fit it. Her face fits it. Fits it.
Okay.
That's just how I see it.
So it's not more so the piercing; it's more so the person.
Exactly.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Her face.
Okay, that's fair.
Because hers was really the gauge on hers was like really big and heavy, so it looked like a lot for her face.
Okay, that's fair.
It didn't. To me, it didn't fit.
I see.
Like it don't need to be there. You pretty. You already pretty. Like it just kind of like you was doing too much. Like she pretty, but at the same time, it looked more like compliments to her.
I see.
To
her facial structure.
Right.
Okay.
She didn't need that. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just my take.
I see. And then so on the show, we did get a little sample of your singing. So how long have you been singing? Like what made you get into it? All about that.
I've been. So my mother passed at the age of 3. She was a singer-songwriter. That's why my name is Jangelow. Because her name is Angela, so I wanted to represent her in my music because she did the same thing. That made me feel closer to her. So I feel like that was my calling on this earth to pursue what she always loved, to make to feel closer to her.
Yeah.
I've been singing since since they had a Sister Act when he was singing "Oh Happy Day." That was like when I was like 5, 6 years old.
Oh wow!
Then I just got more into it. My brother started showing me things on Reason and how to work the software when I was like 11 and 10. Then I just started creating my own and getting into my own wave and finding myself.
God will bless you with a craft. My music. God will bless you in a craft that you could pursue in, whether people believe in it or not. It's a craft that He gave you. So.
Everybody has a talent or a gift. It's a matter of if you use it or not.
Music has from experience, it changed. I wouldn't say age, just from experiences of what I've experienced, my music changed.
Okay.
But I've been singing my whole life, choir rehearsal, being made to go to Sunday school in choir rehearsal, and then do choir rehearsal right after Sunday school before we got to start church.
I went through it.
But
I woke up 7 a.m., 7 o'clock service. Boom. That mug finished about 9:30. Bible study. Sunday school. Boom. Sunday school end about 10:45. 10:45 service. Boom. Service ends at 2:30, 3 o'clock. Go out to eat. Go home. Get to chill at home for about an hour and a half. 7 o'clock service at night. Boom. Then I had to do it on Wednesday. Tuesday choir rehearsal, Thursday choir rehearsal, Saturday outreach. Like I feel them, bro. Then we had to go support my aunts and uncles' church. So it was this, then this day, then this. Man, I got so much church in me, bro. My children gonna have church in them, even if they never step foot in one. But I feel them on that one. That's how it be.
I've been doing that.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't in the church that deep.
That's the most you ever learned about me today. Let me start. It's all good.
And then so, Ciara, you mentioned you're kind of like on social media quite a lot when he had asked you that question because you do, what was it again? Wellness?
I'm a wellness coach.
A wellness coach. Okay, what does that entail?
So I'm a wellness coach for entrepreneurs, a wellness and embodiment coach. So I help specifically women in the entrepreneurial space embody who they want to be inside and out, prioritizing their health, showing up for themselves so that they can show up in their passion and purpose.
Nice. Okay. And is that like physical wellness or mental wellness? Like what?
All of the above. So mental, emotional, spiritual, physical.
Nice. Okay. Nice. Okay. So the main question that everybody has just been dying to hear. Obviously, you two matched on Pop the Balloon or Find Love. since you guys have matched, have you gone on a date?
No.
What is? Everybody just failed. All the couples failed. This is 0% success rate. Just 0% success rate. The only one who redeemed it was Sean and old girl, because he said, "Hey, I'm down to take you on another date." But even then, that was a fail too. So all these people that are on this show, they got matched, but I guess none of those matches was actually what they wanted or what they needed, because either y'all went to dates and had a horrible time, or y'all didn't go on dates at all, which is majority of y'all. So it just failed. This project failed. It's a failure.
Why not? Who wants?
I'll let you.
Okay.
I'll let you take it.
Okay, I'm gonna just start off by saying there is no bad blood here at all. There's no bad blood.
No bad.
Honestly, I'll speak from a personal perspective. And we've already kind of talked this out, but in the beginning, when we first connected, we had a phone call. He called me, and we only talked for a little bit. It was kind of noisy in the background, so I couldn't really, hear him very well.
Your background or
his background?
Oh, okay.
And he was at work, which I really appreciated that he made time to call me while he was at work. But I just felt like it might have been better to have a conversation at another time. So I suggested, hey, let's talk another time. He offered to call me the next day. And then I didn't hear from him the next day. So that kind of threw me off initially.
Right.
Because I'm big on someone doing what they say they're going to do, and it's something small.
Okay.
And
okay. A lot of men are not going to understand. It's the small things that do matter in the relationship. It is the small things. So I completely can understand, because I had to learn that the hard way. I learned that the hard way, but I only got to learn it because I'm married.
Yeah.
And the sad part is that's not something I learned at the beginning of my relationship. That's something I learned like my second, third year in marriage, was that the small things really add up. You can give a girl the whole world, the castle, all that. But if you're neglecting, the garden on the front of the house, females notice that. They're going to notice it. So I see what she's saying.
No, yeah, I agree completely.
Yeah, it just kind of, it threw me off, and it was the beginning, and I'm big on first impressions. From there, it was just kind of like we were texting. And I'm not a big texter in the beginning, and I didn't communicate that. So there was 2 times when I did not respond until the next day. And I'm sure that threw him off a bit.
Yeah.
But like kind of the thing that made me kind of be like, I'm going to kind of take a step back here, was he offered to take me out or to go work out. And I had voiced that I would prefer to go out because I feel like we can connect better if we, if we go out and do something.
I'm not even going to try to read that, but Koa, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate you.
And he didn't acknowledge that I said that. So then I was like, okay, well,
like he left you on red, or
he like texted me back, but he didn't say anything about that. Like there was no follow up or follow through with the offer. So I was like, okay, like no call back, didn't acknowledge that I was down to go out with you. So then from there, it was, we were still texting maybe a couple days after that. And then it was just last week when I was like, okay, it's been like 3 weeks since we matched, and we haven't gone out. Nothing's really progressed here. It's feeling kind of stagnant. So I expressed that I prefer to take a step back. Because I personally, right now, I have a lot on my plate, and I didn't feel like my energy was best in the connection where nothing was really going further. And I'll like fully, take accountability that I definitely could have done things to progress the relationship a little bit more, the connection a little bit more, express a little bit more interest, take more initiative. I fully, acknowledge that. But again, it was the first thing that really threw me off. I want to say, like, when people say they're going to do things and they don't, it really throws me off, and it's a big trigger for me.
Okay,
that was a lot to unpack, but I get it. It's like they say with like skills, like if you don't use a skill, you'll lose it. So it's like if you don't you don't start cultivating that relationship early, or you don't start cultivating that relationship at a reasonable time, you'll lose it. So again, it's not a flaw on both people. It's a flaw on both people. It's not a flaw on one singular person. There's both things that both could have did more. And, I see where he messed up, but I can also see like some parts that I'm sure he'll say it, and I'm not going to speak it into existence. I'm going to let him say it for himself, but I will let you know if this is what I was thinking on my mind. But, yeah, I
think you got to consider too that they're getting to know each other in a short amount of time. Mm-hmm. So even though the show is a lot for them to do, or a lot for people to handle and stuff like that, you still have to do all of the work outside of the show. So if you're not willing to put any time or effort into it,
you're not gonna get
outside
results.
Of the show. Then it's just like all of what you was given in the show was just false. It was just there because you're being recorded. Now, anything outside of the show, if you're really not pursuing each other, or like trying to get to know each other or anything like that, I get it. People are busy. We're busy people too. I get it.
All this.
I do take accountability for some things. She said, I'm sorry. I do take accountability for that because I have expressed that in the messages as well. But I can say that some stuff I don't think that's really true from. I can only talk from my perspective, when we talked. Mm-hmm. So I remember from the first, do you remember the first time we ever talked on the phone? Like the first time? Okay. Mm-hmm. What day was that?
I don't know what day. That was like 4 weeks ago. I don't know.
Well, this is where it gets spicy.
See, that's what I'm saying. We talked.
What am I supposed to remember?
No. I'm saying we talked on that same night when I left when we matched on the show. You remember that?
I do remember that. Yeah.
We talked that day, that same night. And we talked about each other's schedules, right? Remember, I work nights. I work 7 p.m., get off at 5:30 a.m. So you be going in and getting ready while I'm already asleep. My day is already done. Mm-hmm. We've talked about that was already a mismatch thing. We say you stayed in Chandler, I was in Buckeye. So that right there is a long distance relationship. So in order to to pursue that, you have to have the patience. You get what I mean? Because we know you got your daily lives that you deal with, and I have to deal with mine and work. Right. So, of course, life is going to life, and things are going to happen. If I didn't call you back, yes, of course, I could have texted you and say, I apologize for that. But I have, if you look in your phone, it's some receipts. It would show you from the scroll that I've texted you more than you text me. But you never told me you were a texter. But if you notice that when I said, I tend to give women their space so they can, find more of themselves and connect more with their soul and who they are, because it's rewarding for me as a man. So now I'm giving you time to focus more on yourself. Then you can come back when you're ready. That.
We have been people that have worked nights for almost 8 years. Now that we work morning shift, it's a whole different perspective. It's a whole different outlook on the way we do things and how we carry ourselves in life and stuff like that. When you are working a graveyard shift, it's called graveyard for a reason, because it's literally designed to kill you. It's literally designed to kill you. You have no time for yourself. You have no time for family. You have no time to handle business. You have no time for nothing. The only thing you are built to do when you're on graveyard is to get up, go to work, come back home, go to sleep, get up all over again. Because when it's time for you to get up, the day is already gone.
Yep.
The day is already done for. Yep. People already went outside, went to the park, went to the beach, handled their business, saw a family member, went to the park while you're sleeping that whole time.
Yep.
And you're working your life away at night while the world is resting in slumber. Working a graveyard shift takes a lot of toll on you, and I'm not making an excuse for him, but there should be an exception for people that have to work these schedules, because life for them. There's so many things that you have to do in such a short amount of time, because you gotta get to bed by this time. When you're up and out, everybody's schedules is different.
If you don't get to sleep before that sun ray hit that window,
you're done.
You just screwed your whole day up.
You're done.
There's been so many moments where I was bone dead, tired, eyes burning, I'm ready to go to sleep. I hit that pillow and that little bit of light just touched the corner of the room and I can't go to sleep for hours.
And people don't understand, people that work graveyards, we're the type of people, we already don't like talking on the phone and all that kind of stuff. We'll text here and there when we got the time, but working a graveyard shift and people calling you in the middle of you sleeping, that is, bro.
Yes, boy. There were so many times where people just, you finally hit your pillow. Man, you gotta wake up. You gotta wake up at 4 p.m. so you can get to work. Freaking 1:30 p.m. Somebody call you. Hey man, what you doing right now? It's like, boy, you know I'm asleep. Like, but I feel them, man.
I do agree with that. The patience and all that, because people used to get mad like, well, we don't hear from y'all, we don't see y'all. This is all about we're working. If we didn't have to work, you would see us a lot more. You would hear from us a lot more. And I get that everybody works, but not everybody works the same schedule that you work, and not everybody has the same job that you have.
Yep.
You get what I mean? Like I told you, I put energy out. You know, the same energy that I want to receive back. And I'm very secure within myself to know when somebody is really interested. Like when I know when a female, I'm just from my perspective, when I know a female is really interested in me and want to get to know who I am from the heart to the soul and my mind, she's going to have a nurturing soul. It's going to be there. I'm going to wake up. Before I even text her, she texted me, hey, good morning. I hope you had a good sleep. How was your sleep? I didn't get none of that from you. But if you notice in your messages, I sending you vibrations, sending you hopefully a joy feeling, abundance, prosperity happens in your life at this moment. I'm thinking of you. And then when I message that, I ain't getting no response until 8 hours later. So you see how I can go out my way to say, hey, if I really truly care about this person, I understand our schedules is mixed up, it's not the same. But if you really want, just like how you made time to come here for us to do this show, to talk, we could have made time to do the same thing. That's just how
That is fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's a fair point to make.
Yeah.
Me, if you really truly want to get to know somebody, that's just me. From my experience from women, you start to sense a nurturing soul of like, oh, I care about you. I want to know what's on your mind. How did your day go? What did you do? What's on your mind?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I experienced from. Not saying you're not a woman. I'm just saying just from, women like who wants to truly get to know who I am. That's why I say. Remember, I text you. I said we're kind of alike because I stand in my masculinity, and I tend to get back into my comfort zone if I don't feel that same. If I'm hitting you, texting you, and I don't get done back until 8 hours later, which I understand. Because things happen, life happens. I just feel like if the energy is not reciprocated the same way, then we won't be able to move forward. That's just me, from my perspective.
Okay.
That's what I remember what happened to me. Now, the gym thing.
Right.
We talked about that on the phone. Mm-hmm. The gym thing. We talked about on the phone. We never text about that. We talked on it, and from what I heard on the phone when we talked, you said yes, we can do that, and also still go out. Yes, we can do that. You never said I don't want to go. I don't remember you saying that. I'm not gonna say you didn't. I just don't remember you saying, "Hey, let's do this first. We can go out formal meeting, and then we can go to the gym later." I didn't. You told me yes. You was rock ready. You was ready to go. That's what I got from that conversation. But it didn't happen, And I just feel like, again, a woman who's really interested in a man, you're gonna feel that nurturing care, that soul. That's gonna like you thinking like, okay. I'm gonna show this person I really care about to get to know who you are and what's on your mind. It's gonna show, and I showed that, and sometimes didn't get no responses. That's just me, from my perspective.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said you guys.
Woo. Okay.
Sometimes people aren't always gonna show you what you want to see initially. They're just gonna show you what they can give you at that time.
Right.
So. Yeah.
You guys spoke about the gym thing on the phone.
Yeah.
So she said yes, according to you, that she was okay with that. So why wasn't there a follow through with that?
So prior to that, I was supposed to give her a call back, and that's what happened. You know, and then I did follow up with a text message.
Okay.
And I guess that kind of threw her off about, you didn't call me back. But my thing is, again, like I said, life happens. Our schedules is totally different. So I will have the patience enough to know that I feel like if I want to get to know you, I'm going to have that patience. You're going to have that patience, you know? Yeah, I don't rush anything, especially when you get we strangers at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, we trying to, when you really, when I'm bringing, just for me, when I'm bringing somebody in my circle and I'm really trusting them, I seek it out and I observe it to, you know, take my time to really know, okay, this is the person I can really give my time to. Because like you said, you had photo shoots going on. I just did a photo shoot in the video doing my same, you know, we focusing on ourselves and our careers and what we want, you know, our morals and our values. And I feel like, that has to be patience when you coming together, when you're trying to bring both lives together. You just have to be some type of patience there when you really, you know, dealing with someone. Like I said, I don't want to keep making, like, comparing or saying experiences that I experienced with other women, because that's not what I'm here for. That's just something that I feel like as a natural, genuine soul, it's gonna show. It's gonna come out.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Woo, this dude, he cooking right now.
Some people don't exude that though.
Yeah.
They haven't been in a position to have to
actually
be patient and do that kind of stuff.
Right. Okay.
And even though she's a wellness coach, it's easy to preach and say and tell your clients you need to be doing this, and this, and you don't follow those same instructions as a woman, because she's a female wellness coach. So if this was a client dealing with something like this, what would you tell your clients and how you know, guide them on how to react in this situation? Because in this regard, interpersonal relationships and stuff like that matter when you're an entrepreneur and all that kind of stuff. Your at home matters when you're in life, period. So
okay, no, I get it. I feel like I'm curious to see how she responds, but I feel like his response to the claims were very solid.
I like how she's just been listening too.
Yeah, I can respect that. I'm sure, hopefully she says something as equally intelligent and they can keep it as a respectful thing, but you never know.
So he kind of mentioned that he wants you to have patience or, you know, things like that. Do you feel like you were patient in waiting for him to kind of make those plans and make that initiative for you guys to do something?
Yes, because at the 3-week point when nothing happened, that's when I was like, okay. But when we were on the phone, that was our first like phone call where we really had like a more in-depth conversation. And yes, I was like, yeah, we can go to the gym. That's cool. And we can also go out. I did say that.
Yeah.
But the only follow-up from that conversation was a text conversation in which he suggested going to the gym or going out.
Okay.
In which I responded that I would prefer to go out.
Yeah.
And that was about like 2 weeks after the phone call. So just
moving
sharing my
slow
perspective. It was moving a little bit too slow because I'm used to, and again, you know, I understand his circumstances, my circumstances, the distance and all of that, which was definitely probably a little bit more of a barrier. But yeah, it was moving a little bit too slow for me.
Okay.
I'm used to someone being interested in me and we go out, boom, next day,
right
or, you know, maybe at the end of the week or something like that. And, you know, I was willing to be patient. I was, you know, by the 3rd week, I was willing to go out, but there was no follow through when I agreed to do so.
Okay.
Okay. I'm getting what she's saying. As I'm hearing it, the only expression I can comes to mind is in the Bible where it says, be anxious for nothing. And the reason why this comes to mind is because sometimes, because you're so used to how the fast-paced dating life is going for you, that sometimes the perfect person you need is a person that's gonna make you slow down. Slow down and just enjoy life for what it is.
Same thing with him. He's used to women that are nurturing, that women that are interested in him are typically nurturing. And that's not saying that's a bad thing or anything like that, but she could be nurturing, but maybe it may take for somebody like him to bring that side out of her.
Right. It feels like I feel like they, at the end of the day, based off of just what I'm hearing, they could have been something good.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of if you're saying I'm used to men, I'm used to my relationships. Like as soon as they show interest, we go on a date. As soon as they show interest, we go on a date. But there's a reason why these relationships fail.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if every guy has done the same formula of approaching you, and then we get to the date in the 2 days, 1 day, next week, blah, 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 and they're on this fast-paced dating thing, and you're just getting them, shipping them out, getting them, shipping them out,
Done
getting
with
them.
within the weeks that you met them.
Yeah. Then it could be that it's not that you or the person are the bad thing. It's the formula that you guys are dating. Yep. The formula is wrong. And so his formula, I feel like, is something that could have been beneficial. That slow down, take our time. Rome wasn't built in a day. We can keep texting. Now, I will admit, 3 weeks, no date, that is a problem.
For some people.
I feel like if you guys are serious about a relationship, 2 weeks is kind of like, all right, y'all should at least have a meetup or something. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but considering their distances and probably and their schedules and stuff like that, I get it. Like, there's people that have long distance relationships that don't even get to actually have like an official first date for like a month or two or something like that. But they've talked and conversed every single day they're in.
Right. And so I'm saying, like, what he could have did was in those 3 weeks that they didn't go out, what he could have did was plan. Start talking to each other about plans. This is a day that we're both going to agree. Let's go out. This is what we're going to do. Do you like doing this? I like doing this. Boom. After we do this, do you want to do this? You want to do this? Boom. After this, we can go over here. You feel me? I feel like if he would have been in at least showing her that I'm planning to, then I feel like things could have worked out, because at least she gets that confirmation of, we haven't went on this date yet. Everything's kind of moving slow, but the way we're building it up, this is going to be something amazing.
I feel like because they both weren't getting what they typically were used to, they were both backpedaling out of the whole situation to begin with. That's just my opinion.
No, that's fair.
She's used to fast pace. She's used to going on a date the next day. She's used to men chasing after her. And he's used to a woman being nurturing, being like, oh, how was your day? This blah, blah, blah. Like being more attentive to him than him having to be attentive to them. Not saying that he's like that, but yeah, they're both used to a certain type of dating style. And
yeah, I'm just saying what they could have tried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. All right.
And that's why I say patience is a big thing, for me, because I feel like when you truly want, you make time for what you want. You get what I mean? You truly make time for what you want. If you truly want to do that, you're gonna make time for it.
Okay.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
so within
like how she said she used to, guys, and this is where I feel like it was one of my flaws, because I used to think that same way. I used to feel like, if you're gonna pursue me, it's gonna show. But accepting a person for who they is in their life and their lifestyle, and understand we will meet when it happens. You get what I mean? So it got me more patience, because like I thought about it, like I used to feel like a woman should love me and like me the way I like them and love me. And to me, that's kind of toxic, because even though I know how to be loved, I want them to love me the way I love myself, but that's still a toxic way for me, to think, because I'm being selfish.
Okay.
I should accept and be grateful for you even loving me for who I am. And trying to understand who I am and my thoughts, and to understand me. And that's what brought me back to where I'm more patient when it comes to the dating. I'm more patient, because you can't just sit up here and just bring everybody into your life and then you waste it all the time. And you're like, oh man, I shouldn't have regrets. I'm not trying to do that. I've learned how to accept people for themselves and their lives, and sooner or later we will, mix. And I understand that's from your experience, that's what you felt. But for me, I used to be that way. I'm a spontaneous person. I'm Aries. I'm very spontaneous. But when it comes to really truly getting to know somebody, and I want to understand who you are, from the inside and out, your mind, your thoughts, and what's your calling on this earth that you feel that you're here for, I have to take my time with that and be patient, because things I'm not out here just dating. Like, I'm not. I got a birthday in April 9th. I'm 32. I ain't got time to just be dating, just to be dating. There's all these people going spending money just dating, Me and my cousin, we focusing on things like, I got some property in California City, trying to build a truck stop there that I've had for about 4 years. I've been sitting on. So it's like a lot of things and level of my life that I'm trying to, when I pursue somebody, it has to be lucrative emotionally, intellectually, physically, and just, happiness. You get what I mean? Okay. So I'm not, that's just me.
Okay. All right. So kind of, go for it.
Can I ask a question? Mm-hmm. So what I'm gathering from what you're saying is that you take your time, getting to know someone, which obviously we all do, and I do that as well. Correct. But the simple fact of where it was a disconnect for me was the fact that we didn't go out. The last way that I can feel you is through text. The next level up is through phone call. Yeah. The next level up is in person. Right. And so texting doesn't do much for me. And I appreciated your text. I really did. Yeah. And you said that I didn't respond at all, and you tried to make it seem like I was like completely absent and not.
Whoa.
He didn't say that.
Whoa. She was cooking. He cooking.
Didn't say that.
You were cooking. You were putting the seasonings. You was stirring the pot. It was so good, and then you flung it out the window downstairs.
He simply said he texted you a little bit more often than you texted him, but it's not to say that you didn't communicate with him at all. He just sent a little bit more text messages than you did.
They were both doing so well.
We don't have to do the tit for tat, bro. He's not portraying you in any type of way. He's not even coming for you. He's just explaining how his relationships, like how a nurturing woman is portrayed in his eyes. He's just explaining to you why he moves in such a methodical pace with dating and stuff like that. He wasn't even trying to throw you under the bus. He was just, if anything, he was just giving some solid AR. Thank you for the sub. He was just giving some solid, feedback. That's his perspective. It's not even feedback. This is just his perspective. That's how he feels like he went.
She was going good, but I something in my heart, as soon as I heard I just feel it's just like, when it's something about that, when you hear that expression, I feel, or I just feel, it's just
a lot of times, the I feel or I just feel, it comes off as, I heard everything that you just said, but everything that I'm about to say right now is going to overweigh what you just said because they're my feelings, and my feelings are more valid than what you just expressed. Yep. Even though they could have been your own feelings.
I just feel.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. And there's times that I don't think you remember this. I called and you text me and say, "Hey, I'm going to the gym. I'm doing my workout."
That was the day that we had a planned phone call, and you called me before our planned phone call.
Right, and that's what I say. Life happens because remember, I had to go into work at 7 p.m. because the last time we talked, you couldn't hear me. Do you understand? Life happens. That's what I'm saying. Life happens. So if we had that patience that's there, that's what I'm saying. If you have that patience to really want to make that time to really get to know, it's gonna be there. You're gonna do it because you know who you are. You know yourself. All right, I got a question for you.
Wait, but you cut me off.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, so either like we just have different memories of how things went down, or I'm just not remembering correctly. But when you called me, or no, when you had texted me, no, you didn't even call me. You did not call me when I was at the gym. You texted me while I was at the gym, and then you double texted me, and I said, "My bad, I'm at the gym." That was the night that we had a phone call planned, from my memory, and then we talked after I got home from the gym.
I don't recall that. And what I recall that you told me after 5. I think after 5 you can talk on the phone. So I did call and you said my bad, and I text you and you said like my bad, I'm doing my workout, but I didn't receive a call back from you. Even at because I did call you. I called you after 5.
All right, let's do this. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Just pull out the phone.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Both people, whip your phone out, call logs, type in the person's name. Let's do it. Let's see who really calling more often. You ain't got to show us no text messages. Let's do it. Because now it's just he said, she said, he did, she did, blah, 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 blah. Let's do it. Both of y'all put your phones to the camera. Let's see who's a liar. You feel me?
I made sure, because I remember. Didn't you say after 5? I can still remember to this day. After 5, right? I did say that,
but I do not.
You don't remember me calling?
No, I don't remember you calling me at all. I remember you double texting me, and that's why I messaged you and said, "My bad, I'm at the gym." But I don't remember receiving a call from you at all.
Yeah, I kid you not. I called you.
Maybe you did call me?
Yeah.
And like, this might sound like a lie, okay? But it's not a lie. It's going to sound like a lie. But I got Verizon, and you know Verizon has been doing these outages.
She not lying. Verizon has been doing little outages, but that excuse is too perfect.
You telling me Verizon just hit the Tekken tag team swap assist and kicked the phone call he was trying to make out the window, but it allowed the text messages to go through at the same time? So you telling me Verizon said, no, y'all not finna talk, but this text message though, I'm gonna let you make it. Like, you telling me Verizon at that moment, just that moment, it went to a phase where it said, you know what, buddy, phone calls don't work, text messages are perfect. And I'm not saying that can't happen, but I'm just saying, you saying that happened at that exact moment.
Could have been.
All right, man.
Lie, okay? But it's not a lie. It's going to sound like a lie. But I got Verizon, and you know Verizon has been doing these outages. Okay, and it's been around the time when I get off of work and I'm at the gym and I realize I have not been able to receive or do outgoing calls. So it's possible that's when, but I vividly do not remember you calling me because I was expecting your call. So if you would have called me, I would have called you back. Like, there's no reason why I wouldn't have. So, you know, like I said, maybe we just remember things differently, and that's
so it's Verizon's fault.
T-Mobile was doing the same thing, though. I'm saying. They were doing the same thing.
You just...
They was cutting them lines, man.
Stop empowering her excuse.
They was cutting them lines, man.
It don't matter what T-Mobile was doing.
That's why you got to get you a landline. Take it with you to the gym.
But my thing is, even if this is the case, this still don't justify in his memory.
Landline.
His memory was that you told him you needed to, like, he needed to call back later.
Landline.
Girl, that has no, man, you
take it to the gym.
You just butchered my point because you want to be unserious.
Ain't nobody being unserious.
Perfectly fine.
What did landline have to do with what I was trying to say?
She won't miss no phone calls.
What was I trying to say when you said landline? Let's see if you paid attention.
You're not gonna school me.
No, because if you can't do it, admit you just hold the point I was trying to make.
Excuse me.
Admit it. If you can't, what was I trying to say before you kept chiming landline over me?
It doesn't justify the fact that he sent out 2 text messages.
No, because I wasn't finna say nothing about no 2 text messages.
That's what you just said, though.
No, I said the phone call.
Okay, we're not gonna do this on camera.
What the? No, be an adult. Take accountability. You was over here screaming landline when I was trying to say something, and you knew that you wasn't paying attention. Just say sorry. I
apologize. I'll never do another video again. Landline.
Oh, you're so childish.
Landline.
This is why I'm going red. I'm going red pill. I'm tired.
You've already red pill, Snow Bunny.
I'm already tired, man.
Snow Bunny enthusiast.
Women don't take accountability for nothing, bro.
No. Feel the need to go back and forth about that one detail, but
one day robots will be able to bear our children, and we won't need y'all no more.
They're already doing it.
I would just wanted to point that out that we may just remember things differently.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing from you is like, this is where my mind is going, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Like, this is just my perception of what you're saying. It sounds like you want to make sure it's worth it before you take me out on a date, because there's so many.
Where am I at? Did he say that?
No.
Am I bugging? I could.
Cook.
I don't know what she cooking.
Before you take me out on a date, because there's so many kind of compromises or things you have to work through with our schedule that you have to make sure that it's worth it, especially the distance. That's kind of what I'm getting from what you said. And like, I get it, but that's how we figure out if it's worth it, is if we go out.
Right. I get that. And that is some of the case, but at the same time, if I message you and I don't get a message back within 8 hours of your day, I feel like you don't want me to take you out. Do you get what I mean? So
No, because here's why that don't work. Because if you're going to tell her to give you the grace of See, she done said something. My brain done got so confused. I'm not defending him no more. I done switched teams subconsciously. But you know what? I'm gonna be unbiased. That's I'm supposed to be. I'm confused, bruh. But if you're gonna say if I don't receive a text message in 8 hours, then you must not be that interested. You can't use that because you just gave her this whole spiel about grace and taking time and that you like to give women their space because it makes it better for you and you gotta cultivate and all. You just said all that, and then now it's a. If I don't get a text message in 8 hours, you must not be interested. I don't know if that's hypocritical or not. I think that's hypocritical, right? Am I getting it right?
I just think it's just too much back and forth. None of it is making sense at this point. And yeah, this
somebody timestamp. I can timestamp it myself.
My brain is mush.
Yeah, because she said something and it just threw me in a loop and I'm confused. But I could have swore he was just talking about how it takes time and life happens. That's what he said. He said life happens. So we gotta find a way to make time, but life happens. I couldn't call you when you wanted at this time because I had to go to work, but life happens and that's what we got to be prepared for. So how do you know life wasn't happening for her when she didn't text back in 8 hours? If you're going to use that, you got to give her that same grace. That makes sense?
Yeah.
I'm going off of the energy and what you give out. So when I text you, wishing you nothing, success, love, vibration, and I don't hear back from you within 8 hours of your day, but you can go and post on Instagram and do a little post within a certain amount of time. I'm not saying you're wrong. You have a business. That's what you do.
I don't know if something just happened mentally. And I don't know if it was because her statement was so confusing to me that it changed how I'm thinking. But now hearing him, it don't sound intellectually sound no more. It just sounds like he just chatting.
He's saying the same thing. He's been saying the same thing the whole video.
I don't know what something just interesting just happened to my brain. I don't know what just happened to me, bro. You said what?
I say yeah. It's just I'm not. No.
It sounded like he chatting though.
Play the video.
You do. It threw me off. Like, okay, what are we really doing? You get what I mean? That's why I want to ask you this question. From the time you've ever started dating, from the beginning, have you ever on social media, from Instagram, any dating site, met someone offline? Have you? Just from face anywhere? Have you? It has to. You have to.
Let her answer. Oh my God! What's happening? Wait a minute. I was on your team. I don't know what's going on.
It has to be some type of experience that you have of meeting someone off just the internet line.
I have, yeah.
So if you can take the time out to meet this person a stranger that you don't know nothing about, what is it taking a few time? Okay, maybe life is getting up. Let me shoot him a text. Let me see if something's going on. Is he okay? Is he safe? That's what I'm saying. When you really care about and want to know somebody, women have that nurturing soul. It's going to show. Not, I'm going to wait till he called me. What are we doing?
Ain't that kind of like projecting though? Isn't that projecting though? Because you're talking about this is what defines a woman with a nurturing soul and blah blah blah, but you're putting that on her because she didn't meet that standard. So aren't you kind of projecting that off?
My brain is like scrambled eggs right now. Like it's just scrambled hard too.
What? Well, okay. What is getting like? What is it happening for you? Because I think it happened for me when she said that statement, and I just got so confused.
It's just like they're going in a loop. They're going in a loop. about the same thing, about how they communicated and this, that, and the other. Like, bottom line is, neither one of y'all pursued each other enough to go out on a date.
Right.
It doesn't matter if he texted more or she texted more, she didn't text him, you didn't call her back. Y'all didn't pursue each other enough to actually get a date scheduled, started, and going.
Right.
Y'all both didn't commit to nothing. If she's not giving this kind of energy, I'm not gonna entertain it because she's not ready for me to take her out on a date.
Right.
She's not worthy enough for me to take her out on a date. If he's not moving at this kind of pace, I'm not gonna give him the time of day for us to go on a date because he didn't call me back when he said he was gonna call me back at a specific time. This is stupid, bro. It's stupid. It's either y'all gonna go on a date to get to know each other, and if not, then don't communicate, don't talk. Because I get what he's saying as far as like the internet bull crap, because y'all will give people more time a day on the internet than you would the people outside of the internet.
Right.
And I understand like that, and then too, I don't agree with the whole like, if you're gonna date somebody, you're not getting my socials, period. You're not getting my socials. You're not getting my Facebook. You're not getting my Instagram. You're not getting my nothing. We're going to text and call and see how it goes. Because I don't need you monitoring what I'm doing throughout the day to validate your feelings because I didn't text you back. You didn't text me back, but I can see you post on TikTok, Instagram, this one. What, bro, you're stalking. Even if you're doing it casually. If you're doing it casually and then you start doing it repetitively, that's stalking. That's not casual. Oh, you just so happen to see her Instagram and she's posted on there. No, bro, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. Back in the day, they had the doggone. They had pagers. They had pagers and landlines.
That's probably why their relationships lasted longer.
I told you I believe in naturalism, in authentic relations when getting to know a woman from the mind, body, and soul. That's just me.
I understand that, and I respect that.
So that's what I'm saying. That was my example of if you can go and do that. I was in the flesh, baby.
Let her finish her sentence.
You were in front of my face, and that's why I wanted to bring it back to the flesh and not be through text and phone call. I can see your analogy for sure, in a way, but I just want to bring it back to the point where first impressions are everything to me.
Right. Yeah.
And when you did not call me, when you said you were going to call me, it threw me off.
Yeah.
And to me, it threw kind of that feminine masculine balance off because you didn't even acknowledge that you didn't call me.
Yeah.
You didn't acknowledge that, hey, I'm sorry, something came up.
Right.
I'm still thinking of you. Yeah, you sent me a sweet text the next day, but I made time in my day to wait for the phone ring, and it didn't ring.
And that's where we have a confusion of everything. And that's why I say this is where we need to have patience, because I called you.
Saying the same.
You just told me that I didn't know nothing about. You knew I was saying we can go to the gym sometimes or whenever. Let's call it. Hey, I may be at the gym here or there. Sometimes my phone is an outage. Got none of that. So that's what I'm saying. I followed up, but it didn't show on your end. So that's why I say patience.
Yeah.
I get the patience thing, but then in the same it hurts it when in the same sentence you're coming at her about patience and patience and patience, but you were just throwing out I waited 8 hours, I waited 8 hours, I waited 8 hours, but then it's patience, 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 but I waited, but patience, but I waited. You know?
I don't even understand what's going on. Be real.
Yeah, I'm yeah, we go. I don't know, bro.
It's a virtue.
So after you didn't get the call from him, did you text him letting him know, like, hey, I didn't get a call or nothing? Okay.
No, it was a bad day for me, so I didn't even care.
Okay.
Like I did care, but it was like just kind of like adding on to my bad day. So yeah, like I said, I fully acknowledge that there's things I could have communicated better, definitely. And I'm open to hearing how you felt about that. But You know, at the end of the day, like, I feel like maybe it just was a misalignment because our schedules are so different. We do live far apart.
Yeah.
And it just takes a lot more, like you said, patience and effort for us to actually build a connection. But I stand where I would have rather built that connection in person rather than through text.
Okay.
Because like I said, the last way I can feel you is through text. Then it's phone call. Then it's in person. And because I did meet you in person, I wanted to bring it back to the flesh.
Okay.
And you know, just things weren't followed through. And I don't know what the reasoning for that was on your part as to why, like, you didn't follow through after you asked me out. But yeah, I mean.
Question. So when you text me that last text message when you were saying, okay, I'm going to take a step back and things like that, why didn't you call me? Because from.
Oh, now we're okay. I see what's happening. It's we're not listening to each other to understand. We're listening to each other because we're ready to rebuttal. And at this point, the whole thing can just be thrown out because you guys are not seeking to understand each other to get to a resolution now. You guys are seeking to understand each other so you guys can address your points and make your points and shut down the other person's points.
Yep, that's why I kept saying, like, he's saying the same stuff over and over and over and over and over. He's talked more in this episode than she has.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm getting frustrated. I'm like, okay, yeah, nah.
Because it's like she doesn't even get to finish making a full-on claim before you're like, okay, let me ask you this, but let me ask you this. And one thing about that, when people do that, I think that's a very disingenuous way of conversating with people. Because when you do that, you're causing the person to stop thinking about what they were thinking on and start thinking about your question. But then you bring it back to, okay, so let's get back to this. It's like you're not allowing them to fully complete the thoughts. So now they're just giving you answers on the fly and they're not genuine answers. I don't like that. And I'm not liking, at first I was rocking with him, but as I'm hearing it now, I'm like, you know, I'm not rooting for her and I'm not rooting for him no more. I wasn't rooting for any of them. I wasn't
rooting for anybody. I just
wanted to know
hear how it went.
Yeah, and right now, as he keeps going, it started off really good, but then it's going sour and sour and sour.
Your text messages, we had paragraphs. So I'm saying for you to, even to try to get an understanding of what is happening. Or did you just have your mind already made up? It is what it is.
I didn't call you. Maybe because I don't even know if the right word is pride, but you did not call me when you said you were going to call me. So in my mind, I was like, I'm not going to put the effort into calling him. I'm just going to text him because that seems like to be his thing.
Reasonable.
So that's what I'm going to do.
That's reasonable. Yeah, no, that's
and I was already kind of frustrated with the fact that I agreed to the date and you didn't.
All right. Yeah. So it sounds like there was just a lot of, like, I guess, miscommunication going on. So do you guys see you all ever getting to a point of there being a date? I mean, or is it kind of like, this is it?
I mean, I told her from, because she said, as far as a professional standpoint, you know, I do music, she's models and stuff like that. I don't mind using her for, you know, my projects and things like that. But as far as romantically, it probably may take time to get to that certain, you know, point again, you know, because again, our schedules are different. She stay about 35, you in Chandler, and I'm in Buckeye, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's about a good 35, 40 minutes away.
What? Are you kidding me, bro?
Yeah,
That's less time to go into LA and back.
Yeah, he lost me.
Bro.
He lost me now. Okay, he lost me now. Because I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know how far certain, like, I only know California distances, right? So that's why when you guys start talking about differences from this city to this city, and you guys glorify it, I can only assume that this is a very far distance.
I'm thinking it's like a 2-hour drive.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. And I'm like, dang, like, so Shorty need to understand. 30 minutes?
30 to 40
30, 40 minutes?
Moreno Valley, Riverside, that's 30 minutes.
Yeah, nah, gang. Nah, he lost me.
I can understand if you driving from, like, Victorville down to LA, yeah, baby, we gonna have to plan for that throughout the month.
That's not even 30 minutes. 30. I say long distance is like an hour 30. An hour 30 and above. I feel like that's long distance. 30 minutes. Bro, we can drive down to the Jack in the Box, and because traffic is so bad, that's 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, nah, bro. I'm sorry. He lost me. He lost me at the end. He lost me.
You snitched on yourself.
You know, and we do have a lot going on, so I feel like
nah,
that's
you
just
lost
from
me.
my point of view. I don't know from hers, but I feel like I will pursue it if it's there.
30 to 45 minutes.
Y'all can meet in the middle.
I know when you really truly.
Y'all can meet in the middle.
Yeah, that's
some frozen yogurt and meet in the middle.
And then it's like here's why he just disrupted it for me to believe that there is not a restaurant in the middle, 15 minutes in the middle from both of y'all. There's not a restaurant or any type of chain of food or anything that y'all can link up at to give me that impression. Nah, bro, he lost me. You lost me, bro. I'm sorry.
You want to do something and you want to get to know somebody, you're gonna do it. You're gonna take the time. You're gonna do it.
That goes for you as well.
Yeah, I feel like we're on the same page with that.
Okay.
I do have a lot going on right now, and it seems as though you do as well. So maybe there's a point in time in the future where it might align better. I'm not from here, so I don't know if Phoenix is closer to Buckeye, but I'll be moving to Phoenix soon. So
okay.
Yeah. But I just feel like maybe the timing was off, and the what I was going through maybe was just a little off. It didn't allow me to put my full energy into pursuing him the way that he deserves to be pursued as well.
Okay.
Likewise.
So I'd be open to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Likewise.
All right. Cool. Yeah. Well, any upcoming projects that we should be on the lookout from both of you?
Projects. Yeah, I'm kind of working on some events for the community.
Okay.
And I'll be walking in Chandler Fashion Week this week.
Ooh, congrats.
Yes.
Thank you.
Definitely. Me, myself, my birthday is on April 9th. As you know, I'm Aries. I drop an album called Simple As You. 9 songs. Got a few love songs in there just to get more of me and who I am. That'll drop on my birthday, April 9th.
Okay.
As well. So,
we'll be on the lookout.
Yeah, I'm doing that. And I just shot a video before I came here as well. And that's just some, just give you more documentary of who I am and why I do what I do.
Okay.
And that's yeah.
Okay. See, he was solid. He was solid. And then after she said that bull crap and I got confused, everything he started saying was just like, huh? And then
the landline thing.
Yeah.
I feel like we disconnected after the landline joke cuz I was already like everything that he was saying, it was getting regurgitated so much. That's why I kept doing the little landline joke because I was just like, bro, I don't know, bro. Your little landline joke just screwed my whole thought process, and that's because I was sitting here like I'm telling you, like my brain was like something ain't right. Like I could have swore I was just feeling what he was saying, but I'm glad it happened because to hear that you didn't go on a date. And you were blaming your distance, which is 30 minutes. Yeah.
Boy, 30 minutes. I gotta drive 45 to an hour just to get to work.
And like I said, like I get where he was coming from with the whole communication thing. And it doesn't her being at the gym and all that kind of stuff, it doesn't excuse her not reaching out to him. But after she explained how her thought process went in regards to the situation, he didn't call me back. So why am I going to call him back or give him the time of day in that manner? But like, either way,
they both did bad. They both did bad. Hey, let us know how y'all feel. If y'all can patch this up for us to understand, I'll be checking the comments if somebody else understood it better than us. Because we're gonna say on this one is a gray area one for us. Because she made that landline joke and that just killed my whole thought process. Because she played too much, but you ain't got no shame in it either.
I ain't nobody.
All right, y'all.
Nobody.